If he sees wrong, he would speak out. So if he was appointed caliph at the last pilgrimage, as they claim, the Rasul took off his cap and put it on his head and said, "This is my successor." If Ali knew that he was officially appointed by the Prophet as his successor, do you think Ali, Ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anhu, would see that injustice taking place to him and he relax and keep quiet about it? Assuredly not, because he stood up and defended the life of this woman who had committed adultery. And they, of course, they give the same answer that he was doing tuqiyya. All these arguments we put across the Shiites, they said tuqiyya, 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 tuqiyya. So everything for them is tuqiyya. Also, he gave bay'ah to all the caliphs. All the previous caliphs before him, he gave bay'ah to them. So these are arguments that you use against the Shiites to nullify their dodgy, dangerous, erroneous aqidah. Inshallah, we'll now pause and take questions from brothers in regards to our topic, the devil's deception of the Shia.
There's a big missed word. Abu Bakr also named his 3 sons after Hassan of Hussein, Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman as well.
You mean Ali?
Yeah, Ali.
Yes.
He named 3 of his children after the 3 Sahabas.
The brothers mentioned that Ali named his 3 sons after the 3 Sahabas, Abu Bakr, Umar, and Uthman, you said? Did you say Uthman?
Yes, Uthman.
Sure.
What's the position on the majority of the Shiites who are just followers? I'm sure most of them don't have a clue what's going on. Because if you grow up all your life as a Shiite, you just don't know.
We cannot make excuse for them in terms of jahl, ignorance, if they give the qualities of Allah to human beings, that their imams are infallible. They do not die unless they will. They do not die unless they choose to die. If they make these statements and this is their belief, we cannot make excuse for them. If they attack the Quran as being tampered with, you have to pronounce them kafirs. You cannot say they are jahil in regards to this.
While you were talking, I thought you were quoting something from the reference that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam put his turban on the head of Ali and said he is your next leader. So this is the false accusation made by Shia, isn't it?
Yes, it is a fabricated hadith.
Yeah, you're talking about the governor of Iran, Zia, yeah? Iraq, sorry. Yeah, there's the 2 opinions in there. One saying that he didn't, like he's sending his troops out to kill Hussein, and to capture him. And then the person who's in charge, he actually done the wrong thing or something.
Yes, there are 2 opinions. Some said he sent his army to fight Hussein, and some historians said that he just sent them to find out what was going on. And some people even go as far as to say that it was the son of Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas who chopped off his head. Have you heard about Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas? It was his son who chopped off the head of Hussein. I've read this in many history books.
So, you know the today's mentioned which is Shias, okay? Under what category do they fall?
Which Shiites?
You know, today in this world.
There are 4 types of Shiites. You have, 5, 6 types. Aga Khan, they're Shiites. Ismaili, they're Shiites.
So the majority of them today.
The majority of them are 12ers of Iran, the 12ers of Iran, because they have a state. And you have to charge them jizya if you conquer them, and you have to take their women as right and possessed, because they're Kafirs.
What about Jafaris? You know, they say...
Ja'fari.
Yeah, Ja'fari. And which one are they?
They are 12ers as well.
Most of the Turkish Muslims, the Turkish Shiite are called Ja'fari, but they are also Ja'fari.
They are also 12ers. It's just another name for them.
Pakistan's Prime Minister Ali Jinnah, was he Shia?
He was Ismaili. The man who formulated Pakistan wasn't even, the man who formed Pakistan wasn't even a Muslim. He was a Kafir. He's an Ismaili. Was it Muhammad Jinnah?
Yes.
Yeah, he was Ismaili. He's a Kafir. And Pakistan is a conspiracy from the Kafirs. There should be no Pakistan. The whole of India is Pakistan. You understand? When you pull away and form your own state and call it Pakistan, what have you done? You have given up India to Hindus. You should have stayed inside as one nation and conquer the Hindus and regain control of India. But to pull away is a mistake. Because when you pull away and form Pakistan, you do not see the Muslims in India as your brothers. You don't even see the Bengalis as your brothers. While if you had remained a part of the whole thing and make India remain one as an Islamic state, conquered as an Islamic state, then it would have been better. So Pakistan was a mistake. There should be no country as Pakistan. The whole of India is Pakistan.
Another thing, as a Muslim, cannot marry to a Zoroastrian. Jinnah's wife was a Zoroastrian.
Muhammad Jinnah's wife was a Zoroastrian.
Sheikh, sorry. This means that the Pakistanis or the so-called Pakistanis, they have the pictures of this man on their walls, and and even the Twelvers, the Ithna Nashriya, they do takfir on the Ismailis. That means they're the worst type of Shia and the worst types of Jews. Then following the Jews.
Is Jahal why they have this picture on the wall? Jahal, ignorance. It's like the Turks who have Kamal Ataturk, who is one of the worst kafirs to walk face. He will be under the banner of the Fir'aun on Judgment Day, inshallah ta'ala. When you go to Turkey, every Turk has his picture on the wall in their house. It's Jahal.
There are lots of mujahideen in Turkey.
I just want to clarify the bit when Abu Bakr's son, when he grabbed Uthman's beard, Uthman radiallahu anhu, what he said was that if your father was here, you would never do this.
He would never done this.
And that's when he got embarrassed and he walked away from him.
Yes. These were his exact words. لو كان أبوك حيا ما فعلت. If your brother, if your father should be alive today, you would have never done this. And when he heard that, he let go from the beard of Abu Bakr and went. I'm sorry, Uthman. He let go the beard of Uthman and went. I like to quote an incident which was told to me by one of my students that in the time of Abu Hanifa, he had a debate with the Shiites, and he came in the masjid and he took off his shoes, and the Shiites asked him, why did you take off your shoes? He said, well, in the time of the Rasul, Shiites used to nick the shoes of the Sunnis. And he said, Abu Hanifa, you're a liar. There was no Shiites in the time of the Rasul. And Abu Hanifa said, your argument is finished. If there was no Shiites in the time of the Rasul, you're a newly invented matter. And every newly invented matter is going astray. Every going astray is in the hellfire. You're a bid'ah, a curse and a vision.
A reminder to the sisters: if you have any questions, could you please write them down and send them through, inshallah.
Abu Hanifa was a very wise person, and when he was appointed to be the Qadi al-Qudat by the judge, the Abbasid judge, he said, I'm not fit to be the chief judge. And the judge said, you're a liar, Abu Hanifa. How can you say that? He said, well, if I'm a liar, I'm not fit.
Sheikh, with regards to the 6-Day War, when Iraq was sending oil to
Iran
was sending oil to things. Was it not under the Shah? Did the Ayatollah actually support this action, or was it just the Shah of Iran that was doing it?
It was under the reign of the Shah, but the Shah himself was Shia.
I thought he was just a full-fledged kafir, not even the Shias recognize him as a...
He's a Shia who apostated from Shia'ism to Westernization.
All right.
So what's this Quran Fatima, the Shiites claim to?
That's the hidden verses which they said Uthman took out and Fatima preserved it. It's with the hidden Imam. The Quran of Fatima is with the hidden Imam. He will re-emerge with the Quran of Fatima to complete Islam and to complete the Quran.
That's the book for useful references.
Well, they have it hidden in their museums, and you cannot read it unless you are an Ayatollah, a learned person. But the common Quran, which is in Iran, is like the one you have in your house. But the Quran, which they said is hidden, the hidden Quran, they have it in their museums, and only if they trust you and you study with them for a long time and you have become an Ayatollah, then they show you the Quran of Fatima.
We're not allowed to be friends with Shia or even Islam.
If you are a friend of a Shia, you have become a traitor against Abu Bakr and Omar.